Well, since that one big wall is so immoral, Democrats badly want to impeach Trump for the sin of wanting to build it. Billionaire activist Tom Steyer just held a special town hall where he stoked his acolytes to seek impeachment.
It never struck most people growing up in this country that the biggest threat to this country would be at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. But it is. This is a dangerous, reckless, and lawless man. We need to start impeachment today, and we need to tell the Congress they need to start impeachment today.
Oh, another woke billionaire. When did rich people get so radical? I love it. It's hilarious. Meanwhile, Maxine Waters says she has no actual proof, but she knows in her gut that the president's campaign was run by Russia all along.
I believe, and I don't have the proof, but I believe that Manafort was sent to the campaign to be there to ensure that they get Trump elected in every way that they possibly could.
John Summers is a former communications director for Senator Harry Reid of Nevada, and he joins us this time. Mr. Summers, you know, I got to say, I'm being honest, I'm kind of for impeachment now. It's preferable to this. Nobody raids anybody else's house. There are no guns involved. There are no wild, unprovable charges. It's a very straightforward process. We can watch it on television, and voters can assess whether they agree or not. Why wouldn't we do impeachment at this point?
It's not the priority. We don't have the evidence that we need to have. So what we need is for Mueller to complete his investigation. Let's get that evidence in and then make an informed decision. Impeachment shouldn't be done on the basis of politics, and it shouldn't not be done on the basis of politics. It should be based on the evidence and what's best for the country. That's how the constitutional framework is intended.
I agree with you, and I'm being half facetious, but only half. I mean, I watched Nancy Pelosi yesterday say that she knows that Russia has something on Donald Trump. He's the pawn of a hostile foreign power. If that's not a high crime or misdemeanor, I'm not sure what is. I just watched Maxine Waters, who I believe chairs a committee in the House of Representatives, saying that Trump is a tool of Putin. So why wouldn't you impeach on the basis of that?
Well, because you need evidence, right? So if you were to compare impeachment to sort of our criminal system, it's like an indictment.
If the Speaker of the House doesn't have evidence, why is she saying it?
Well, I didn't say that we shouldn't be going out there propping up and conspiracy theories and that sort of thing. I think that doesn't add a whole lot to the discourse. The Maxine Waters clip isn't one of my favorite clips at all. We need evidence. We don't need conspiracy theories or gut feelings. We need evidence, and then if that evidence exists, take that to the House and then start that impeachment process.
But wait a second. So Maxine Waters is a bit of a ringer because even though she's a committee chair, she's obviously an outlier and no one really takes her seriously in Washington. But Nancy Pelosi is third in line to the presidency. She's the Speaker of the House of Representatives. She's the most powerful Democrat in the world. And she's accusing Trump of being a Russian agent. Shouldn't other Democrats say, wait a second, that's irresponsible. You don't have evidence. You shouldn't say that. Why does nobody correct her?
Well, I think we need to just wait for the evidence to come out from the Mueller investigation.
Are you afraid to criticize Nancy Pelosi? I know everyone's terrified of Nancy Pelosi.
I just talked about how it doesn't do a whole lot of good to prop up conspiracy theories. So if she's got more information, then that'd be great to have. But I don't know that she has that. So let's actually see what comes out of the Mueller investigation.
This is why, in the end, I'm for impeachment, because everybody gets to stop posturing, and we can watch it on television. It's totally clear.
Oh, absolutely no posturing during impeachment proceedings,
I'm just saying,
right?
You have to prove it, in the end.
I think you might be for impeachment because you saw what it did to the Republicans in the 90s.
I did.
It hurt them very badly.
They overreached.
And so
in the 90s, Democrats said, no, in the end, this is really about a guy's sex life. And you know what? They were right. And in the end, this Russia thing is insane. It's a truth or conspiracy, and that's true, and history will show that. And I think impeachment will hasten the process of making that clear.
I hope history shows that there was no collusion. I really do hope that.
Woo. Mr. Summers, thank you very much for joining us. Great to see you. Little news for you. After more than a year, the FBI has closed its investigation into the horrifying shooting in Las Vegas in 2017. It was the deadliest killing spree in the history of this country. The findings have nothing really new. The FBI says the shooter, Stephen Paddock, acted alone. He had no ties to any extremist group, and he had no clear motive except for a vague desire for infamy. Vegas police, meanwhile, wrapped up their investigation a long time ago, and at this point it looks like we may never know why Paddock did what he did. But the FBI has given up, and you can't really blame them. They had much more important things to do, like raiding the homes of unarmed perjury defendants in the Mueller probe. They know where the real threats are.